this episode of Does It Really Matter, we're going to be talking about distractions. And one of the reasons we thought this would be good to talk about is because we've had a lot coming up lately with protests. What else? I don't know. I don't kind of follow a lot. So I know there's been protests. What else has there been?
Yeah, a lot of instances with regards to like people that are in the mainstream a lot, like Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And people who look into all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we thought it'd be good to talk about. Me personally, I don't get really distracted because I don't really see it if it does come up on my feed. I mean, don't watch news, don't watch mainstream TV. So when I see things, it comes up on social media, but I don't really pay it much attention, pay it much mind. I just kind of flick past it because for me, and what I've learned is whatever you give your energy to, it's gonna just give more energy to what you don't want to see. And I know that's triggering for some people because some people could be like, "Well, don't you want to know what's going on in the world, etc." And it's not that I don't want to know. I know we live in a polarity. I know from my human perspective, there's light, there's dark, good, bad. But from another part of me, I know that it's all happening. You could say how it's meant to. It's all source experiencing itself. And again, I know that's triggering for some. But do you know what? To be completely honest, my life is not really well, it's not. I don't really fear anything. I create my own happiness. I don't give much outside of myself, so I'm living my life happier than I've ever lived my life, and you could say with a lot more going on in the world, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah. No, there is.
Are you?
Well, the theatre itself, the main stage, the world stage, as people say, is all. And when you see it as a stage, you can kind of come away from it, and your energy that you put into that is your own again, isn't it? If you put your energy into all that and you get sucked into it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of years ago, I remember watching, it's quite funny now, I look back on it. Trump had this thing, and we're in the living room going, oh my gosh, look at what he's doing, ah! And we was walking the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I look back, and I'm like, oh. But
You have to go through. Everyone starts at their own journey at their own time. So, like, if we was going back 5 years ago, there'll be someone that would have been looking at us going, "What are they doing that for?" Because they would have been 5 years in, kind of not in front, but looking at it, the grand scheme of everything, 5 years ahead of that. But when you look at people doing, knowing what protests are about and that how they're orchestrated.
we were talking the other day, I know I just really interrupted you, but why I remember, we were talking in the car, weren't we? And I'm like, we've been to protests.
Yeah.
We've been to protests. We went to quite a few.
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. All the people going to the protests. Okay, what are you going to do the next day? And the next day, and the next day, and the next day to change your life? You can't actually change your life of someone else because it's all you. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's not that as well. You start to understand that how they're planned. Like there's a massive build up of a couple of months until this specific day. It's always on a Saturday, so it's not affecting anything during the week when most people are, because they can't go to a one in the week because they're working, so they won't stop working. So then they plan it all for a Saturday where everyone's free. Everyone ends up going there just for a jolly up and a piss up.
Well, no, not everyone. You can't put
Not
in the same bracket.
Not everyone, but a majority of people just, and they'd lead you around where they're leading you, which is, you protesting outside WH Smith's or JD Sports or something, just walking about the streets in like, don't get me wrong, hundreds of thousands of people, not just the odd couple of thousand, what they are portraying on mainstream at times. There is a lot of people, a lot of good people, a lot of people you do meet there, and a positive one that are there for the reasons that you're there for, but how it's orchestrated is very clever.
I said, if someone who we don't know, just someone who's not in the public eye, someone who we don't know, yeah, started something and said, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it for days. We're not gonna go to work. We're not gonna pay taxes, whatever. We're just gonna stop. Just stop. So it's not all organised to that extent. So just know someone, yeah, they organise it, but someone who's not known, who's kind of just had enough, because a lot of people have just had enough if you look at it from that perspective. Okay, so protesting for one day is not really going to change anything. So I said to Ben, I'm like, can you imagine if it's like, nah, we're just like bloody 1 million people, 2 million people, however many people there, just like, nah, we're like, UK's going on strike. We're not doing nothing, because then you don't get funded with the money. It just stops. Now that would make more of a difference than
6 hours.
Just from my opinion.
6 hours walking around London or something, like it is like I said, it's orchestrated in that way. And like I said, it's for many, there are a lot of people that go there because they want to maybe find out some more information or whatever. But
they're not wrong for going.
No, they're not wrong for going. And then the people that are obviously, there's a lot of people out there that are like, say, famous in many people's eyes, and it like controlled opposition. When you start to understand that they're pawns for globe. I'll say they're going to come through in a minute when you do a channel, but I was seeing it from a human perspective of government officials or globalists' agendas above that, and that the puppet masters that pull the strings. That the controlled opposition tactics that they use, so they have people that work on both sides. So then you look to them as a hero or as, oh my God, he's doing something amazing. And then when you start to strip it back, you're your own, like you said, you're your own God, you're your own master, you're your own idol, you're your own hero. You shouldn't be looking at other people to make things happen for you. And it's all, I know it's easier said than done, because we're still in the same boats as many as well, but like in a way where we're making changes in our lives to try and stop or to do things. And so
for me, I look and I'm like, okay, deaths, if you take the word death and someone dying, someone being killed, from the human perspective, I get it. You've got someone close to you and they die, or someone what's been killed, and it's not like heart-wrenching, horrible from a human brain, our human emotions. And then another part of, okay, so we plan that out before we come down to learn this, to teach this, to do this. And then another part, we don't die. That's just that time in that vessel over. Now, some people could sound really heartless. Because of our channel, I can come at it from different perspectives. Again, if you lose someone's murdered, that it's got to be the most horriblest thing to go through. So I'm not saying it's not horrible, and all the emotions and the grieving, and actually being human can sometimes be, if you want to, quite horrific in a sense from a human perspective. So I'm not saying just don't worry about it. I'm not saying that. But when you can look at it from so many different perspectives and then bring yourself back to you and what you are doing with your time here, then I think it makes it a bit more, I don't know. For me, I can only answer for me. I can't answer for everyone else because I'm not everyone else.
So we're run on emotions, aren't we? Like a lot of people in that way. And if you can come out of the state of being in them emotions, then things can happen and be a lot easier to understand, can't they? Because our emotions take over in certain circumstances, or things happen and we, either get angry, we get frustrated, we get stressed. And that's, and again, this is all orchestrated as well, these sorts of things that we're talking about now, because a problem, reaction, solution is how the elitists run, how they run, because they create the problem, they've already got the solution for the problem they've created, but they need the general populace to react to that problem. So then when they created the public outcry for, the government's this, that, they've got to do something about it, and then boom, they've already got the solution to the problem.
Well, if you scale that down, let's just scale that down to in families. When we become aware of certain stuff, oh my gosh, we're a family. Oh my God, can't you see what they're doing? Da, 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 da. Why are you doing this? Do you know what they're doing to our food? Wow. Like, wow. And that is on a small scale.
Yeah.
That is on a small scale. So you scale that up and then get all them emotion people with that together, not thinking, not thinking, but not being able to step outside of that. I mean, I look back on me going, oh my gosh, don't you know this and this? Can't you just see it? And I was getting stressed out with people. I was getting stressed out with my family. I'm like, oh my God, you can't bloody see. What is wrong with you? Yeah, I went through that. Now I look back and I'm like, maybe I could have handled it different. I didn't. I had to experience handling it like that. But now, then they say to me, do you know what's happened? And I'm like, okay, that's it. Okay. It's happened. I can't do nothing about it. So, okay, that's what.
Yeah, again, I think we come to a stage where we actually start to understand that we can only impact what's happening in and around us and in our life at that moment. And there's the layers just like they go on and on.
So, if you want to stop, a lot of people like our money funds this and funds this and funds this. So, if you want to stop that, spend some time learning or unlearning, whatever way you want to look at it.
Re-educate.
Re-educate on how you don't pay this and pay that. Some people may want to go down the route of looking at the birth certificate, other things. So you can, if you really feel passionately that you want to stop giving your money over to the funding. So that's something you can do if you feel like that is what you want to do.
And at the end of the day as well, with what's going on right now, with what they are trying to do, we're all just peoples. Like, in this human form right now, we are all just peoples. It doesn't matter what race, what colour, immigration, religion, where you're from, religion. It's all to divide. That is the power they have, divide and conquer in that way. And if we are all peoples, it's as simple as that. Imaginary borders. You're from England, you're from Scotland. Da, da, da. It's a fucking imaginary line in between it. We're all peoples. It's as simple as that. They cause that. It's like football in general as well. You always in every city there's always a derby. Why is that? Because they create it. If you're in Manchester, you've got City and United.
I know nothing about football.
You're in Liverpool, you've got Everton, Liverpool. You're in Glasgow, you've got Rangers. It's all to divide.
Even if you look at it, this is a different way to like than football, but you should be eating this from one person. Oh no, you shouldn't be eating that. You should be eating this. No, that's bad for you. You should be eating this.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, you can look at quite a lot of things in your life and it's set up to divide you. Eat this. Or no, if you're not eating this, you're not doing this. And even down to our food. Division. It's mental, isn't it? It's mental. It is absolutely mental. Crazy.
Let's let's have a see what they want to say on the matter. Let's have a channel in there. Let's see what they're going to come out with.
Okay.
I know a lot of the viewers will want to be interested in a different point of view from a different fractal of yourself. So we'll go into that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gathering that you've obviously been witnessing the conversation we've just been having with regards to distraction, division, and everything else. So, what would you say?
You have the
illusion of it, yeah.
The illusion.
Yeah, illusion
Of division.
Yeah.
The illusion of distraction. It's an illusion, but an illusion, what is very real for the human. Again, can you come at everything knowing that everything is correct and incorrect all at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
So you could feel the distraction from a slower pulsing vibration in your human form. And the dog is barking in the background now.
Good old
and you will be in that. You can feel it in your human form. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you, how do we put this in the word? Step to the side, or this side, or that side, you'll feel it from a different space.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we will want to say, those what are causing distraction, if you strip it back down, ultimately, they are teaching you to come back to self. Did you not just say in your conversation that what has happened to someone else you cannot physically do anything about? But look at all the emotion, what is coming out regarding certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's not saying it's wrong to have all these emotions coming out. You want to experience them, that you want to feel them. So we say go ahead. But ultimately, the distractions are teaching you to come back to self. Because if you're with self and inside of self and just being with self, but just noticing, it will not be a distraction. You will not see distractions.
Yeah.
Does that make sense for you?
Yeah.
And we know the answer is to some very simple, and it's not juicy enough. You want to get juicy. You want to say, but this, but this, but this. No, we should do this and this. And why can't we be outraged? Yes, you can be outraged. If you want to experience that, you go ahead and experience it. If you want to not experience it and go, that's what happened. Okay. That's source experience in itself to push itself into further expansion, evolution, whatever you want to call it. Now, a lot of humans are not going to be able to do that at this moment in time. That's okay. Again, there's no wrong or right.
Yeah. There's definitely a time right now we're living in the human form right now where we all are residing, but where a lot of things are coming up like what we're seeing to, in a sense, it might look bad, but it's to bring everyone back to self and bring back power to the individual soul.
So we will say we will want to come in on the words what you just used because we want to explain about the words. So you already have power. You using your power to experience what you want to experience anyway. But to some extent, we don't like to say levels, but some extent of your wholeness knows that, and another part of it doesn't because it wants to experience not knowing that. Does that make sense? Yes.
So what is it, like a battle who wins with him in? Like, do you know what I mean? So like you're having that battle between.
So we do not like using the words battle.
Okay.
Okay.
I know you don't like using
but humans, a lot of humans love that word. Oh, because it's got to be good or bad or wrong or right. Yes, let's get our teeth into that.
Yeah.
Humans like that.
Yeah.
And it's not wrong. Why not experience it if you choose to? Yes. So it's just about coming at things from different perspectives. And if you can imagine, you have your human body here, and then you're looking from inside your human body out. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But then another part of you is outside your human body, just looking what is happening with the human and how the human is observing the outside world. And then you've got another part outside of that, looking at the part outside of the body, observing the human body. And then it goes like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we will say this. If you want to go into distraction, there will be a lot more happening on your earth. A lot more. And it's up to you whether you choose to let it distract you.
Mm-hmm.
Go as far as to say you haven't seen nothing yet. That's a saying.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But some will not be distracted by it. It's not saying it's not going on and it's not happening, and it's not, you can feel have compassion and empathy for the people what have chose to be part of that distraction and go through it, to agree to point you back to yourself. You can thank them also.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for showing me I don't want to take part in this. Thank you for showing me a way I don't want to be, because if they wasn't doing that, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We know that these are not juicy answers for the human brain to feed the algorithms what are quite prominent. But you choose to take part in what you perceive as a distraction, learn what you need to learn from it, and then you choose if you want to continue.
So would you say, like, what's happening on this realm or planet or wherever we are right now
We like that.
is it a rebirthing, or it is a clearing of over the next few years, going through, to get to like I'm going to come through a consensus of the collective of souls and human experience that we're heading into a different time.
So the earth itself, herself, is changing at a rapid rate.
Mm-hmm.
So everything in the earth, of the earth, in its realm, living on her, in her, will feel that is also changing. So when you change, sometimes it's little by little, sometimes it's instantaneously. Now, if you look at linear time, yes, look how fast the last 5 years have gone, and look at what's changing. It's been, for some, the worst moments of their life, they would say. For others, it's been the best. Yes?
Yeah.
The changing is not going to stop. The changing, in fact, is going to speed up. Okay, so if you want to look at it as a clearing of everything you don't want to be, everything you thought you were, everything someone taught you were, the programming, everything. Do you want to take that into a newness, or do you want to clear it?
Mm-hmm.
The earth herself has felt lonely and thought she was alone. She's realising she's not alone. So, the clearing of all what doesn't serve her as she's changing will happen. And then that happens in the kingdoms, animal kingdom, human. And you'll see this over the coming years. But if you can look at it as Earth experiencing herself, you're experiencing yourself, and Source is experiencing itself, it can bring a calmness, a knowing, fractal view what is in every single one, of you. Every single human never dies. It's experiencing, it's endless, it's infinite. You can move easier through this newness. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, you will still have your very human moments if you bring what we just said into your awareness and put that there every day as much as you can. But you're still going to have very human moments, because we want to say being human is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The way you touch, the way you observe, the way you feel, your emotion, all being fed to source. The source is learning and growing, as are you. Being a human is a beautiful experience. Even the humans, what you don't perceive as having a beautiful experience, but the humans what are remembering and knowing that they are endless, eternal fractals of source. And the humans what are okay with that will look at what is happening on your earth and not get so easily distracted. And the more humans what do that, it will spread out, and it can become quite contagious, because others what are experiencing distraction may look at one what is not and go, that's a lot of calmness there, I want to experience that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's capped off lovely.
As do we.
Yeah.
And again, like before, being a human is beautiful. You are source experiencing itself. Enjoy your experience.
Thank you.
Tammy wants to sit.
Now, while Tammy sits in that energy field, it's up to me to say goodbye. Until next time, guys. Oh, she's appeared. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Anyone who's going to listen, hope you get something from it.
And if not, does it really matter?
Doesn't really matter, no.
Yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.